Hello everyone, Seraphin here, welcome back for more Fire Emblem Path of Radiance. We just finished, or we started Chapter 13 last time, but we're going to finish that today. Didn't take us too long, I don't think. Let's get right into it. And where did I pick off at? We're going to go ahead and pick off this here Longbowman with Nephany, because of course I'm going to do that. And I don't think I can quite do it with the Iron Lance, but that's actually okay. I'm actually going to leave him alive to allow Marcia to pick him off and get some extra experience, because I want to get Marcia trained up as best as I can. And that's a level for Nephany anyway, even with just some chipping damage there. Speed, luck, defense, I like it, and skill always. Would have preferred some strength, but again, I think she's doing okay for the time being. A little on the low side by comparison, but again, I'm pretty sure she'll recover eventually. We'll have Marcia come in here and pick off that archer. Wow, even if she gets hit with that, it's only 9 damage. I think weapon effectiveness is only doubled in this game instead of tripled like it is in Radiant Dawn. It does seem a little weird though, doesn't it? I know I'm not sure which games do it, which ones don't, but the normal way it's supposed to work is that weapons that are effective against a given type of unit are supposed to triple the weapon's might and then add your strength. But I think for some reason in this game and then a couple other ones like Blazing Sword, for example, it's only doubled instead. So, for example, playing through Blazing Sword when I had Ellawood with his rapier and he's hitting Cavaliers and Armor Knights, he should have been doing more than he was. But instead, his rapier's might was only doubled instead of tripled. Same with, like, Hector's Wolfbale and Lynn's Mani Kati and all that jazz, but in Sacred Stones, I believe it is tripled. And then I know for a fact on Radiant Dawn, it definitely is tripled, because effective weapons in that game hit like a truck, as they should, and it's actually really cool. But this one, I guess, is also just straight up doubled and not tripled. That's okay, we'll survive without it. This guy is the boss, by the way, Mr. Norris, the sniper. Thankfully, not Chuck Norris, otherwise we'd be in a really world of hurt right now. In fact, this mission would be literally impossible. It's probably why he's not Chuck Norris, because then you couldn't beat the game. Let's see where this Myrmidon goes. It was for Jill. Alright, you go ahead and do that, pal. Probably wasn't doing a lot of damage. Does 1 damage to her. Perfect. Yes, throw yourselves at my Wyvern Lady. You go ahead and do that as much as you want. Axe guy going for Nephany's not a great time. That's a hammer, though. He's going to miss. Okay, he didn't miss. But now Nephany gets Wrath because she's below half health, which dramatically increases her critical hit rate. I know everyone that goes after her is going to get absolutely smushed. This guy probably won't do much to her, if at all. Steel Sword, he might do a couple. He does 4, okay. He's dead too, though. As long as that mage doesn't kill me, I think we're okay. Otherwise, she could be in a bad spot. Oh, the mage doesn't move. Interesting. Well, alright. Do what you gotta do. I definitely need to get her healed up, though. 6 HP is not a good threshold for her to be at, as you might imagine. This guy thinks he's super brave and is going for the promoted halberdier. Wow, he actually missed. You don't see that very often. Gatry, of course, is also going for the promoted halberdier and proceeds to puncture his face. I need to get in there and kill him before Gatry does. Alright, so now we can talk to Astrid with Ike. And we actually do, as you can tell by the recruitment theme playing, we actually do get to recruit Astrid now. Astrid of House Damiel. I think that's how you pronounce that. A blue blood, eh? I'll do no such thing. She can fight. Well, that's cool. Alright, so now we get Astrid. And again, I'm probably not going to use her, only because she's just not worth it really at this point. She does come with a really neat item. This is the Night Ward. And what it says here is when it is equipped, it raises defenses. So you'll see she has a +2 to defense and resistance just from equipping this. The only people that can use it are soldiers and halberdiers, mounted knights, and armored knights. So it says soldiers, knights, and paladins. What it means is soldiers, halberdiers, armor knights, generals, cavaliers, and paladins are the ones who can use it. And it actually has a hidden effect that is not mentioned here. When you equip this, it actually increases the unit's speed growth by 30%. That is an exorbitant amount. So what I prefer to do is when we recruit Gatry again here in just a little bit, I like to stick it on him because then it increases his speed growth to like 60, and suddenly he's not slow anymore, and that's really, really cool. I mean, he's still kind of slow, but he's not anywhere near as slow as he would have been without it. Now, Norris attacking Jill would be very, very problematic here. I don't know if he would or not. I think what I'm going to do is pick up this soldier here with... Let's do it with Boyd. Actually, I can't. How much does this guy weigh? 13? Holy smokes. Alright, well. Kieran can definitely pick him up because he's a Cavalier. Cavaliers can pick up anything. And we're going to have Jill fly over here and pick him off and then get out of range of Norris's bow. Because I don't want to deal with that nonsense. We're going to one-shot him with the Rampaya here. Sonyan, that's what I'm thinking of. That's the thrown spear in Echoes. It's called the Sonyan or something. That's what I was going to call this, not the Rampaya, but that's alright. It's not that big of a deal. So Gatry's probably going to get himself smashed. Actually, his resistance sucks, but his defense is great, so the boss isn't going to do much to him, but that mage right behind him might. So we should probably address that particular problem before too long. We definitely need to heal Nephany, so let's do that real quick. We're going to go ahead and mend her to get her maxed out, and I'm going to go pick off that mage, before he has a chance to do some damage. Goodbye, Mr. Casterman. It was nice knowing you, even though I really didn't. Iron Lance will be sufficient for this. Again, Nephany's resistance isn't stellar, but it's a lot better than a lot of people on my team that aren't mages. 7 doesn't sound like a high number, but like it's better than Gatry's 1 by a considerable factor. So there is that. And now Volk is free to go grab this other treasure chest. He might get shot at, but I think he'll be okay. He's got reasonably good defenses, so... We get an Occult Scroll. This is interesting. This is actually... There's only 4 of these in the game that you can get. And Occult Scrolls allow... It says here, it allows a character to acquire different skills depending on their class. What that means is, every promoted class in this game has something called a Mastery skill. I think that's what they're referred to in this game. That's definitely what they're called in Radiant Dawn. But anyway... A Mastery skill is like an uber-powerful ability that is unique to a given class. And depending on what class uses those scrolls is what character gets to have those skills. And again, there's only 4 in the game. That being said, it's actually a lot easier a choice than you might imagine because most of the class's occult skills or mastery skills in this game are what's the play? What do you say? They're hot garbage. They're just plain trash. For example, snipers in this game get something called Deadeye, where they have a chance based on, they think, their skill to put the enemy to sleep. And that's it. And I'm like, why would you... What? Why not just kill the enemy at that point, right? But sadly, that's not the case in this game. So, the units that, or the classes, rather, that do have mastery skills worth using are Ike. Just Ike. He gets Ether, which is the best skill in the game, there's no question. Ether is ridiculous. And if you're not familiar with what Ether does, it cuts the enemy's defense in half. Actually, that's Luna. So it does 2 attacks, basically, for the price of 1. The first attack is he heals as much damage as he deals. That's called Soul, basically. The second attack is when he cuts the enemy's defense in half. So he hits them twice. First time he heals, second time he does it for extra damage. There are very few things in this game that can survive an Ether hit from Ike. Very few things. Mostly just bosses, really, at that point. And Ether's a lot of fun. But only Ike gets to use it. The other really good mastery skill in this game is for Cavaliers, or not Cavaliers, but Paladins and Mist also gets it. It's called Soul, and it's just the first half of Ether. You heal as much as you deal in damage when you proc that. And that is very, very useful, as you might imagine. We're going to go ahead and leave Boyd and Ilyana and all them out of the range of the boss, because I think he starts moving soon. If I'm not mistaken. I might be. I was wrong about that mage moving, so, you know, anything's possible, but I do believe the boss will start moving pretty soon. Now that we've started to invade his particular ship here. I do kind of want to leave someone here to guard the door, just in case. I'll probably have to have Boyd do that. No, I might need him for picking off the boss. So let's just leave him here for not being... I'm hoping Gatry doesn't get himself killed. That would be very, very unfortunate if that were to happen. So let's just go ahead and keep going, I guess. Okay, so the mage definitely moves. That's not as bad as I was expecting it to be. The nice thing, though, is Gatry's not going to get close enough to the boss to pick at him. He's just going to get... He probably will kill that mage. He might just one-shot the mage. Killing Edge, yikes. Okay, I wasn't aware of that. Something I don't do enough in this game that I think every player really should is pay the crap attention to what weapons the enemies have that you're fighting against. Because sometimes you can get very unpleasantly surprised by someone having a killing weapon and just outright murdering you in a single hit. And it's about as pleasant as it sounds. Well, he didn't quite one-shot the mage, but he almost did. But Gatry really needs some healing now. The boss still is not attacking, even though he is in range. He's got a longbow, doesn't he? Yeah, so he could have shot Gatry, but he did... Oh no, Gatry moved first. But yeah, we need to get Gatry the heck out of there. I wish Astrid was close enough to talk to him so I could move him myself. Sadly, she is just one space too far, and because she is on a horse and weighs too much, I can't shove her out of the way. Can I pick up Gatry, maybe, with Jill? Does that work? Yes, I can. Perfect. Let's do that. So yeah, let's get Gatry the heck out of dodge, because I don't want him to die. And then I can have Marcia drop, or pick him up and drop him off, and then Astrid talk to him. Perfect. Rescue drop strategies are god tier. Alright, now Astrid talks to Gatry, and we get to recruit him now. Lady Astrid, are you alright? Whatever do you mean? Why shouldn't I be fine? I saw you talking to that rough blue-haired lad. He'll never learn. He has no manners whatsoever. Well, that's not too far from the truth, really. I should have known my presence would have changed the boy for the better. Gatry has a very high opinion of himself, if you weren't aware of that. We're going to have Astrid park herself right here and guard that space. Because, again, I'm not going to be using her, so what's the point? Let's go ahead and get Gatry healed up here. Actually, I have to... Oh, I don't have a men's staff on wrist. That's alright. I think a heal will be adequate. There is that. Would like Kieran to drop off whoever I'm carrying here, so I can get a kill on this mage. Who do I want to have that kill on the mage? I gotta make sure this boss doesn't upright pwn me either. Bows, wow, bows are lightweight in this game. Holy smokes, they are not that lightweight in Radiant Dawn, that's for darn sure. 13 speed, so he doesn't double me, thankfully. And if I stay here, I won't have to worry about getting picked off by him. So Ilyana should be okay, even if the boss does go for her. That would be tragic if that were to happen. Mr. Orange Mage Man here is gone. Was nice knowing you, but not really, because I don't actually know who you are. Wow, there we go. Magic and speed for Ilyana. I love it. I absolutely love it. Is she just as fast as Soren? Almost. Only 1 point shy, and actually he's slowed down by 1 because he doesn't have any strength, so effectively Ilyana and Soren are the same speed now. Really wish I could pick up that stupid green unit and carry him around, but... Go ahead and drop him right here, and we'll put Kieran in position to assist next turn. Let's get Ike back in the fray, shall we? That seems like a good enough idea. And we got Mia here. Let's have her help pick off this Myrmidon. She almost one-shots him. Holy smokes, that is a... Wow, that really could have messed up Volk's day if that guy had hit me. That would not have been okay. That would have been very much not okay. So Volk actually needs to kill this guy to get out of the way. Wow, he would have died. Jeez, I got lucky there. Wait, steal? Oh, I can't steal. Because he has weapon equipped. Okay. Well, let's... I'm gonna be better safe than sorry and just pick this guy off from a distance, I think. Or do I try to gamble with Mia here and hope I kill him before he kills me? Because that's a kill if he lands it on me. I mean, he's got a crit too, obviously. Or I could bank on myself getting a crit first, and have like a Myrmidon duel here. But, no, I don't like that. I don't like the odds. Let's just have Nephany pick him off from a distance. Sorry, Mia. If she had one more strength, it would have been fine, but it was not meant to be, sadly. Yeah, so Killing Edge Myrmidons and Killing Edge Swordmasters are very much not fun to deal with. Thankfully, Nephany is in a unique position to be able to deal with them pretty adequately. Again, would have preferred some strength there, Neph, but alright, speed and luck. She's looking pretty good. She's still looking pretty good. Strength is probably one of her worst stats, unfortunately, but with a little help she can get past that. We're gonna go ahead and lock, or unlock rather, this chest. Energy drop. Hey, that's almost like I could use that for somebody. We're gonna go ahead and send Mia up here to contend with that archer. Make sure the boss doesn't have any way of picking me off here that I don't know about. Make sure Mist is well out of the way, obviously. Alright, I think we are good to go. Actually, does anybody need healing that I can... Oh, can Mist reach Gatry? Nope, not quite. Alright, I'll put her right there. And then we're ready to charge, pretty much. There's only a couple units left. Here we go. This is the scene I was talking about. It's almost as though being obstinate is a way of life to them. Well, they let their foolish pride stand in the way. And what do they get in the end? A swift and stupid death. I love Nasala. He's actually an amazing character. Nestling. So this is Neolucci. He's not a playable character in this game or anything. He's just like a supporting character for the most part. But he refers to the king as Nestling because, as you can probably tell from looking at him, he's really freaking old. A lot older than Nasala probably is. He calls him Nestling. Stop calling me Nestling. Me will always be Nestling. You can tell me as many times as you like, but I can't stop. Maybe king now, but in my eyes, you will ever be the little nestling with eggshell stuck to your tail feathers. Now, this is the one thing that I always thought was funny. Do lagoos actually hatch out of eggs? Like, raven lagoos? Is that true? Is that a thing? It seems to imply that, doesn't it? That seems pretty crazy, because they're humanoid for the most part. They just turn into birds, but I don't know. Either way, it sounds pretty cool. So Nasala's like, ah, whatever, fine. And now he's going to say, take advantage of the battle to help ourselves to the cargo. So now is when any existing ravens on the map or ones that spawn after this fact are going to ignore battle if they can and just go straight for treasure. If they can't be bothered to defend their treasure, I think it's fair to say they've lost their claim to it. Right you are, sir! Wait till you drop ground-bound humans. Yeah, Nasala's actually really awesome. And so now we get a little smattering of 4 ravens to deal with, but again, they're just going to go straight for treasure if they can help it. Thankfully, I'm looting it a little faster than they can get to it. And once all the treasure is gone, they just retreat and get off the map, but I can still shoot at them. As you can see, like from this guy here, this exceptionally brave soldier taking pot shots at ravens. Or this really sharp guy going after the boss. Wow, he hit him. Good job. I guess they're not completely useless. Just mostly. Alright, so the boss is at our mercy because he's an archer and he hasn't moved yet, much to his stupidity. So we're just going to walk in and pick him off right away. Probably help with Marcia first. She doesn't do a heck of a lot of damage, does she? How much does Jill do? Might need to weaken him a little bit first. Only 10? That's even with my forged lance? Okay, he's a little hardier than I gave him credit for. Oh, 13 defense, that's probably why. Well, we'll have Ilyana come in then and soften him up just a little bit. 14, that's more likely. If she crits, though, he's dead. Although, giving her the level Ilyana is not the worst thing in the world, so... Eh, screw it. Let's see what happens. Oh, that's a crit. Oh. Sorry, boss. Rip in peace. You ruined all of my plans. Was it really their fault? Maybe you're just an idiot. I'm gonna go with the whole he's an idiot thing. It's severely more likely, in my opinion. You got a longbow. Sweet! Always wanted one of those. Alright, so we're gonna have Mia pick off this particular archer here. She has to use her super sword to do. That's fine. That's why I gave it to her, I guess. Forged weapons are such a nice addition to this game. They really help you shore up some people with like lackluster abilities in the early game stages. Okay. I mean, at least it's speed, but... Crack another treasure chest open, shall we? Speedwing! Sweet. Need lots of that. I'm actually going to have Neffany try to bar the path here a little bit. From these chuckleheads. Yeah, same with Ike. That'll slow them down just a little bit. And then I can have my other units come in and pick them off. Gatry being a good example of that. Who needs healing? Gatry actually does. But I'll hold off on that just for a minute. Just in case something horrible happens. So I got 4 more turns to defend, and there's not really any enemies left. So I've got 2 turns to grab these last remaining treasure chests. Park Marsha here. And have her block the path as well. Whoops. And we'll move up Jill, obviously. I think at rank C she can use the Laguz Lance. That will be really nice for upcoming events that you don't know about yet, but I do. Unless you play this game already, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. I'm trying to play this from a perspective of people who've never done it before, because I know a lot of people who watch me play this are new to the series and don't have a great deal of experience with it. So I'm trying to be that guy. I'm hoping I'm doing a good enough job at that. I'm trying to avoid spoilers as best I can, too, so... If you have any opinions or critiques for improving my performance here, please let me know in the comments. I would appreciate it. Who is this? His name says Tabarn. And he's talking to someone named Janef, who is this guy. We can see these guys have wings, too, but they don't appear to be crows. They don't have black wings. They serve the hated Begnion Empire. I do not understand this at all. Ulki, tell me what they are saying. So this is Ulki. He is awesome. Apparently he's got really, really good hearing. The Apostle is aboard the Begnion ship. And he can hear a lot. Who's talking about this stuff? Those graceless Pegasus Knights. Your Majesty. So this guy apparently is a king. Not Ulki, but Tabarn. We are no scavengers. We will fight with honor. So these clearly are not crows. We will see much more of them later. A little bit of a teaser of things to come, a little bit, kind of, sort of. And here come the crows having to route around me, so that slows them down a little bit. But now our wonderful little green unit friends are going to be taking pot shots at the crows, which is alright, I guess. Probably get themselves killed for their trouble, though, because they're just dumb. This guy's at least got the right idea of throwing something at him so he doesn't get retaliated against. Silly green units. Oh, more crows. Perfect. So we're going to loot another chest. As you can see, though, the crows are clearly ignoring my guys at this point. They're just going straight for treasure. I'm going to leave that last one to bait them until the last possible turn. So I can pick off as many of them as I can and milk them for experience. Speaking of, we're going to have Gatry walk up and take a poke at this one. Takes 1 damage. Gatry is an absolute beatstick, as you might imagine from an Armor Knight. I think I've talked about it several times over the course of all my different playthroughs of this franchise, but I love Armor Knights. I guess I can't explain to you why. I just love giant, beefy, tanky guys that can just stand on the front lines and take an absolute beating and give back just as good as they get. It's a great deal of catharsis for me. And it's funny because that's actually how I tend to do a lot of role-playing on my own time. I do play Pathfinder with a group of people, and my preferred classes and preferred methods of playing that game are frontline beat sticks. Like, I love paladins especially. My best character in that game so far is absolutely a paladin. A lot of time and effort spent into making him amazing. As it should be, because paladins are just an amazing class all around. I don't think Soren can actually hit them from here, because they're technically further away than they look. Which is unfortunate. If this jackwagon wasn't here... Now, I could just pick him up with somebody, but I don't want to waste the time to do that. Can Nephany do it? She's probably too small. Yep, she can't do it. Okay, well... I can huck javelins at... I can huck one at that guy. Let's do that. I think I only need him once to let Jill finish him off. I like how it looks like she's standing in the water, even though she's on a plank. Doesn't make a whole heck of a lot of sense, but it is funny. Actually, Marsha might be able to pick that one off. Let's see if that's a possibility here. Oh yeah, totally. As long as she hits him. 77's a decent rate of hitting, but there we go. That's one down. Them being over the water is inconvenient because it's making me harder to position my guys to get at them quicker, but... it's alright. Again, would have preferred strength, but that's an alright level. Oh, Kieran's right here. I didn't even see him there. I want him to get a kill, though. He desperately needs one, so why don't we just park him right here? Yeesh. Well, that probably isn't happening, so in that case, I'll just pick up this guy and bail so that Soren can get a shot in here. Oh, he's too far away to hit in the middle one. I gotta hit the one right next to me. That's fine. Just take him out. Might as well give the experience to somebody. And then that will leave Jill open to attack another one. I don't think she'll kill him unless she crits. That's a nice level up. Nicely done, Soren. Got HP. He desperately needs that for sure. Can I hit one of them from here? No, not quite. If I move Ike, I probably can. So why don't we do that? Oh, I need to... oh, darn it. Now I can't shove him either. Oh, that was a mistake. Let's have Mist heal up Boyd here real quick with a heal staff, not a mend one. And we'll put Riss up here, and I'll move Ilyana down so she can get a better shot at them when they come this way. And we're going to let Jill go to town on the front one, probably. Let's just do Steel Lance for the time being. I think that'll be good enough, honestly. And she'll take, I think, 2 damage from him, because it rounds up the Laguz Guard. Might only be 1, we'll find out. It is only 1, perfect. So when you cut something in half, it rounds down. That's pretty cool. That's just like in Pathfinder D&D, actually. It rounds down when you cut in half. More magic. What in the fruit? Like, I swear, I don't think her magic growth is very high, but she's gotten it almost every single time so far. It's really bizarre. Alright, well, anyway. So Boyd can't quite get over there. I'm gonna make it harder for them to move around still doing this. We're gonna leave Astrid where she is. And that's probably the last turn. Actually, no, I have to defend for a certain length of time, don't I? So it's not going to be over until the round is over. We got these silly green units moving again. Why are they going south? Did I miss something down here? Okay, good, I didn't. I thought maybe there was like a chest over there I forgot about. I would have been a little bit upset if I had forgotten something. Wow, it doubles a Raven. It's awesome. Okay, in that case... that mean Jill can do it? Not quite. But she's the only other one who can actually hit this guy. Let's bring her down here. Take a pot shot at him. Alright, So Marcia should be able to walk in and throw spears at this guy and take him down. As for the other one, that's going to be a trickier proposition. Whoops, we're going to go this way. Get Marcia in here. I technically could let Astrid have a kill. She is super effective. Oh wow, yeah. You know what? Screw it. Astrid can have one. You can see Astrid and you can see Astrid fight once. Although she'll probably level up from killing this guy because she's level 1 and she gets double XP. Yeah, look at that. Paragon's pretty cool. I will give it that. That's actually a pretty solid level. Again, strength is her problem. But that wasn't bad. Maybe I need to give her more credit than I currently am, but I historically, whenever I use Astrid, she doesn't turn out quite that good. So maybe I just got lucky that time. Goodbye, Burbs. We got 2 more that just joined the fray, but they should be pretty easy pickings too, so... What? Are you kidding me? Okay, that's not okay. A blank level up, that is not okay. And she doesn't have anything capped, so that's just a hot pile of garbage right there. Good lord. That actually makes me really upset. Let's get Kieran out of the way here. Drop this silly green unit. We'll move everybody down this way. And we're going to wait for Volk to crack that last chest until the last possible minute so that the birds continue to attempt to get over here to get it. Even though they will fail every time, because I'm not letting them get to it. Gonna get some healing done here. Probably could be healing with wrist too, but I think his healing stat's about to break, isn't it? Yeah, so this is the last one. That's fine. We can get another one later. Assuming we're still planning on using him. Heal broke. Well, sod to that. Gonna park Volk right here for the time being. We got 2 more turns to pick off some birds. Ooh, that one's on the deck. Perfect. At least they're smart enough to actually defend the point when I'm not there. That is some halfway decent programming on their part. You guys can hit the broadside of the barn from inside the barn. More birds. I probably won't have time to kill those ones. Just because the amount of turns I have left is insufficient, but... Let's see if Gadry can lay waste to this one. There we go, look at that. No damage. Man, I love Armor Knights. I like mounted units too, quite a bit. There's very few... Did he just like... Oh, he's not moving because he's not dodging, he's just taking the hits. I thought his like his dodge animation just locked up or something. That was really weird. Alright, Jill. Since Marcia apparently doesn't know what a level up looks like, why don't you show her? Actually, I'm gonna let Marcia have this kill too, just because I feel bad for her. Assuming she can do enough damage to kill him, I think she should be okay. She can fly in right next to him over here. That's good. Perfect. Steel Lance hit is a one-shot. Well, not a one-shot anymore, but... Boom. Goodbye, sir. And or madam, I don't actually know. Hard to tell because you're a bird. I am not an expert on determining the genders of birds. What's the best way to pick this guy off? I think Kieran deserves a hit. Let's let him get in there and finish this guy off. Just enough. Alright, don't miss. Mr. Crimson Cav. Oh, nice crit! I love that little reflection off the edge of the axe there. Super cool. Completely unnecessary critical hit, but as is the case a lot of the times in this game, you get those frequently. Alright, well, it's not bad. Just could have been better. Kieran's pretty darn tanky, if I remember correctly. Kind of like his thing, is he's just really tanky. Alright, next turn's the last one, so we'll see if we can pick off one more of these birds with our flyers. It's not likely, but it's possible. And then we'll just loot that last chest and be on our way. Alright, let's see what we got here. 20. They're the same HP, same defense, same speed, so we'll just go for this one first, I guess. He's closer. Iron Lance is a double hit, so we'll do that. Should make things pretty simple for Jill to clean up. Ow. Alright, and then Jill will pick this guy off. I don't want to have to use my good spear, but I don't want to risk missing either, so... Now, I think if she gets hit by this, it won't do 0, it'll just still do 1 with having, but... It's inconsequential, because he doesn't get a chance to hit me. Righty. That is almost another level for Jill. Let's get her out of there. And crack open this last chest. Hellfire Tome sounds cool. And that's the end of the chapter, I believe, as soon as this last enemy decides to run away. There he goes. Here comes the Holy Guard. That is Commander Sigrun. She is awesome. Ladies, charge! Because every Pegasus Knight is a woman. That's actually a thing in this game, in this series, is every Pegasus Knight is a woman. The only thing that changed that is Fates with Tsubaki and Shigure, but they're not called Pegasus Knights, they're called Sky Knights in that, so, I don't know. And King Kill was just like, alright, we're peacing out. This is a big mess. The dust is finally starting to settle. The other assailants fled too? That's cool. Was this an attempt in the Apostle's life? Well, it might have been. Not uncommon for political leaders to be targeted for assassination, especially throughout history. What do you mean the Apostle's missing? I can offer up my life in repentance. Jeez. Oh, stop it, she says. I like how she doesn't remember his name. Slipped out of the cabin on her own in the chaos. Why would she do that? Ike's like, why would she do something so stupid? Nah, I don't mind helping. So we have to search our ship for the Apostle. Never mind the fact that nobody in this group has met her before. Safe to assume she's a woman of stature. Yeah, well, she's an Empress, so I would guess so. Look for a stowaway. Let's split up. Okay. Your ability to speak plainly is what makes you brilliant. I agree with that, actually. I like Soren quite a bit. Too bound to courtesy. There's a modern corollary to be found there, but we don't need to talk about that right now. There's a child stowing away in here. What? Must be some aristocrat's daughter. Hey, are you alright? Yep, that is a child alright. Who might you be? You don't look like a Lagoose. Do not approach me. I'm supposed to be looking for some apostle. There's enough people looking, so we'll just help this kid. Uh-oh. It's your foot, isn't it? Prepare yourselves, peasants. Screenshot time right there. Uh-oh. So, turns out the kid is the Empress. What? Oh no, is she really? Nah, she can't be. No way, Soren said. Hold your judgment. Even if she's lying, there must be a reason. You ignorant sods, I'll have you all flogged. Oh, here we come. Here comes Sigrun. Be sure that the one that they serve, the girl who claims to be Princess of Crimea, is invited as well. Oh, cool. So she is the Holy Guard commander, and Sigrun is super duper cool. They're all like, wait, seriously, this tiny child is the Empress? How many people do you know command a legion of Pegasus Knights? We get to go visit the Empress at the capital. Let's go visit Princess Ilincia first, though. Alright, so we're going to get into more of that fantastic political intrigue in the next episode. So thank you very much for watching up to this point. I really do appreciate it. And feel free to tune in for the next episode, which will be surely fun and full of amazing things that will not be boring whatsoever. Well, it's not boring for me, but anyway, you'll see more of what I'm talking about when we get there. So as I said, thanks for watching. Feel free to leave a like, a comment, or subscribe at your leisure. I would really appreciate it. And I will see you next time. And until then, this has been Seraphin. Stay classy, internets.